The POW-MIA Chair of Honor, located right here in the Delaware County Government Center. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance as the color guard is presented by the Honor Guard of the Upper Darby Detachment of the Marine Corps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom McGarrett. I'm the chairman of the Delaware County Council. I'm joined here by all the members of County Council. We're so proud to be here today. Mario Severa, Dave White, Colleen Marone, and John McBlain. Delaware County is the home to a patriotic citizenry who have demonstrated with consistency over the years their devotion to our nation, the liberty which we are blessed, and our heritage as Americans. The men and women of this country have answered the call of our nation, not just in times of danger and war, but also to preserve and protect the peace. Those of us gathered here today and all across Delaware County are proud of those who currently serve in the United States Armed Forces and who have fulfilled such duty throughout the years, from the founding of our nation nearly 238 years ago with the Declaration of Independence. We especially remember this week, in the aftermath of Memorial Day, those heroes, numbering more than 1 million, who made the ultimate sacrifice with their lives to defend America and our homes and communities. Even more importantly is the imperative that we not forget that we continue to honor those many of thousands of soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen who were lost in battle and have never returned to their loved ones. Since World War I, there are more than 92,000 men and women still missing who were taken prisoner and whose fates are known only to God, or perhaps in some cases their captors. This morning we will continue to remember and to honor them by unveiling the POW-MIA Chair of Honor, which will remain permanently in the lobby of our Government Center. At this time, I welcome County Council Vice Chairman Mario Severa to preside over the unveiling of this chair's memorial. Mario.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to everyone who is attending this morning, especially those veterans who were instrumental in proposing this tribute to be placed on a permanent display in the lobby of the Delaware County Government Center, where it will keep company with the Armed Service Tribute Board. This board is in recognition of the dedication and service of members of our nation's military who have been deployed in recent years to places like Iraq, Afghanistan, and other areas with hostility. The Blue Star flag, which is on display in recognition of the sacrifices of families, especially mothers whose sons and daughters are serving our nation in the military, and displays from the Pennsylvania Veterans Museum is from families and employees which welcome visitors to the County Veterans Affairs Department. The POW Chair of Honor, which we are about to unveil, will remain us that there are those who left to serve their country and have not returned. From the Great War to the end of all wars, which broke out in Europe 100 years ago, this coming August, to the war in Afghanistan, more than 92,000 of our nation's finest have vanished from our midst, including Sergeant Bowie Bergdahl, who has been a prisoner of the Taliban for more than 5 years. This chair, which honors is carried on to the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. We are bound by our personal honor to assure that the memory of them is never diminished. The request to County Council to place a POW-MIA Chair of Honor in the Governor's Center Courthouse complex from Patrick Hughes, a chartered member of the Rolling Thunder National Chapter who served in the United States Marine Corps in Vietnam. The members of the Rolling Thunder are dedicated to reminding the citizens of America that we could never forget the prisoners of war and those missing in action. The chair honors, similar to the chair we are unveiling this morning, was placed in Fenway Park last summer to inaugurate this initiative to be placed similar chairs in public facilities throughout the United States. This chair honor is the first place to be in a government facility in Pennsylvania memory of these brave men and women and their sacrifices on behalf of our country. It will remain unoccupied in honor and memory of them. As a first, this chair joins the POW-MIA flag, which has flown above the Delaware County Courthouse and in the Government Center Complex courtyard since October of 1983. More than 30 years ago, when Delaware County Council, then, as well as Delaware County Council today, became the first governing body in the nation to authorize the flying of that flag on a permanent basis. We are fortunate to welcome two former prisoners of war joined us this morning for the unveiling of the POW-MIA Chair of Honor. Former United States Army Air Corps Sergeant Robert Williams, who is sitting to my left. Was a radio operator on a B-24 Liberator, which was shot down over Germany in February 1944 on its 7th bombing mission. He was held captive by the Germans for 15 months until World War II ended in Europe in May of 1945. At this time, I welcome Patrick Hughes and Ralph Galati, a former United States Air Force fighter pilot in Vietnam, who was a prisoner of war until he was repatriated in 1973. Many will remember Mr. Galati as a veteran liaison who was instrumental in establishing new initiatives and procedures in the County Veterans Affairs Department. At this point, what I'd like to do is these gentlemen and Patrick, if we could unveil the chair.
Say something, please. This chair will stand as a lasting memory of all those servicemen and women who made many different sacrifices, and the ultimate sacrifice for their country and for so many people have just been forgotten by all but their immediate families and some of their close friends. Also, there's a warrior code of ethics, and part of that code of ethics is to leave no man or person behind. And our government is getting out of Afghanistan, and people need to know that there is an American serviceman alive in Pakistan named Sergeant Bo R. Bergdahl. He has to come home if everybody else is coming home. We should not